When our team met for the first time, we barely knew each other. All had demonstrated strong interest in the ongoing debate over food. Maduro proved extremely knowledgeable about the whole food industry and is a die-hard vegan. Pascal is a fine chef and slow food enthusiast. Guillaume was an active member in a student association focusing on sustainability issues in economics and business, and Benjamin works part-time for a Zurich-based foundation promoting sustainable development in Africa. We were very eager to start with the Thought for Food challenge and quickly met to work on our first task. So what was this first mission all about? Well, it was about pooling knowledge.
Today's Earth Day, no? Where you gotta turn off the light.
It was yesterday, no?
Really? Shoot, I missed it.
Getting the facts down, testing our fancy new electronic equipment,
Okay.
and even showing off a bit.
Waste is a major issue in our society, so today we will cook with leftovers of last weekend.
It was now time to tackle the challenge's second mission. Come up with creative ideas in order to tackle various food-related issues. After intense brainstorming sessions,
Classical land economics problem.
and some serious pitching,
Who doesn't like a great meal by a renowned chef? Everybody does.
we developed 10 project ideas we thought were relevant to the matter at hand, from sustainable investment clusters to community kitchens providing organic meals for everybody. The third mission required us to put ideas into action. We were looking for something we could set up rapidly, given the time constraint, that would have maximum impact and at the same time be easily replicable. When it comes to food waste, food production and the environmental cost of what we eat, information is readily available, but not much can be done without sensitization and education. This is how we came up with a concept to sensitize children from urban areas about the major issues underlying their daily food consumption. We brought a group of 10 to 13-year-olds to a farm near Zurich to get them to reconnect with their food. We designed social games that were both fun to play and instructive. The first challenge the kids faced was to collect as much water as possible from a nearby stream.
The whole theme of today is that they have to work with these games to get the food that we're gonna eat afterwards. So depending on how much water they have, the more food they can get. Now, here comes the thing. If they want meat, they'll need a lot more water than if they want just some rice, as it is in the real life. And then they can choose if they want an itty-bitty piece of meat or if they want a kilo of rice.
The second game was about making children aware of what livestock fodder is often made of.
In a lot of meat, especially in the United States, there's a lot more in your meat than you would think. So we have prepared some things here. Some of them are part of a cow's diet in the US, and some of them are not. So we're gonna give the kids 2 minutes to choose what they think is part of a cow's diet, what it gets.
The kids picked the most obvious items easily, but neglected many elements cows are actually fed with, leading to a few surprises. This gave Benjamin a good opportunity to talk about antibiotics, hormones, corn feeding, and the overall impact of such practices on animal and human health and the environment. The third and final game was aiming to sensitize these young minds about the unequal access to food on our planet. The exercise enabled us to tackle the topics of poverty, food assistance, redistribution, and also food waste.
And then what we're going to do is let them pick a country. You might want to pick one. So let's say you're picking the Congo. If you pick the Congo, you'll get a very, very small amount of food in the end. If you pick Switzerland or if you pick the US, you get a lot more.
To bring this nice afternoon to a close, we built a fireplace in a nearby forest. The children were invited to enjoy the food they had gathered in all those games we played and share some thoughts about what they had learned. Our objective was to provide the children with facts, new insights, in order to raise awareness, and not to lecture them in any way. Our method proved successful. The kids were willing to learn, enthusiastic, and very much aware of their impact as young consumers. This pilot project is easily replicable and could be widely implemented. We are thinking of creating a new platform that would connect schools and youth groups from urban areas especially, with farmers and other food industry professionals. The platform would help organize such afternoons and develop new social games to further enhance the fun and learning experience. Our objective is to make children food aware. What they eat, how it's produced, what are the issues and challenges. Waste, water consumption, CO2 emissions, scarcity, health issues, you name it. Only then can they later make informed decisions as consumers and citizens. Our society has lost contact with the food we eat and the people who supply it. It's time to change that, and engaging with the younger generations is a sure way to get impact. Eating less meat, adopting the so-called kind diet, reducing waste, supporting organic labels, there are many ways one can become a food activist. Our goal is to educate children and empower them to make those decisions by themselves. This is the first step to solving the food crisis.
That's it for Farmer Joe for today.